Welcome to Fortune Forecast, and I am Daisy. I'm bringing you now the full moon message for all the signs on the horoscope wheel, all zodiac signs. So here we go. Let's go ahead and set this up. We'll do the setup first. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Let's see, what are your issues that you will have to deal with? Okay, we'll get one for each of the zodiac signs. Make sure we keep shuffling them through. That's what energy is telling me to do. Okay. And our third card on the money wheel and the career wheel. Do a little lasagna here, a little layering. Okay. Here we go, Aries, for your full moon message for the month. Okay. So here you're being asked to remember that you have a lot of creativity, that you do have a lot of ideas, and they're coming to you. They're flowing in like the Niagara just coming down at you. So open up for all those ideas and know that you have it in you to go and make something and do something and create something and start something. As you can see here, there is a little issue. There's a little holdback, and apparently there is something, it looks like some family matters that are holding you back, and it's your creativity. You're allowing this situation to stunt you. So whatever you can do to flow that process, but there is somebody or something, a family matter, that's pulling you back, that's holding you back from actually moving forward. But most of it really is in your mind. One of the things that you need to do so that you can move forward with this is go ahead and focus in the field of art and design. Maybe start says you're self-employed, frame your future. You can set it up, and now the setup is what's really important, because whatever you put in that frame is just, the icing. But when the frame is solid, when you set yourself up strong, when you don't have to depend on some outside factors, you can create that great future, because you are a creator. And by you creating these things and getting yourself in some of these other fields, even if it's a secondary thing that you may start now out of your own creativity, it's going to bring you steady income, and it's going to give you a sense of accomplishment. Okay, let's move on to Taurus. Here we go. Comfort. Okay, so there are some things that you have been bothering you, my Taurus. You need to know that you've got the angels guiding you. You have divine guidance. They're watching over you. When you think that things are at its worst, trust me, it's actually at its best, because there's been God there for you and watching you and your family. There are some things that have you a little bit preoccupied as far as the stability. And maybe there is someone that is a significant person in your life that is not very supportive, that is not supportive of you and what you've been doing. And probably that's why you feel this need of that you're all alone, that you need comforting, because you're lacking this physical bond or this physical support. Spiral, where is it going? Out of control. So definitely this month is looking like it's spiraling out of control, and it's you need to now get yourself back on that ladder and move upwards, and don't allow this trend to go any further south. Looks here when it comes to career, revisiting a job, looking at some connections so that you can, look at those sources of income. So seems to be a little bit of a struggle there for you, but I know that you're going to see yourself through that as well. Okay, next one up is going to be for Gemini. Ascension. A lot of spiritual activity, a lot of personal growth, a lot of great things are happening for you as you're moving forward and you're letting go of some of the past. There is a little tumultuous situation that you have here. Apparently there is a situation, a controlling person, mentally manipulating person that you are dealing with at this moment, and that's kind of one of the things that might be hindering you from any more progress forward. But don't let that person manipulate you, especially it's a lot of mental foreplay that's happening there. And so because of that, you could feel that this ascension that could be happening is holding you back because of this person here. So your personal transformation is not happening, but it is imminent. So let's look at this sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loans. So it looks like there's a lot of things when it comes to money that you've been, have some debts that you need to get in control of, and some temporary jobs. So it looks like a lot of little things here are at play here. For you with this full moon, moving forward in. Okay, let's move on to Cancer. Cancer. Okay, so what's the deal here? You're a little bit too serious. There's been a lot of things that have been happening and thrown at you lately that has got you on the serious side, but you're being asked to connect back to that inner child. Find some playfulness in your life. Lighten up a little bit. So that's what you have here. Looks like you're moving forward with some ideas and some plans that you put ahead, but you've got some roadblocks and maybe some opposition, or you may be coming into people that might not be agreeing with your ideas and your plans. When it comes to money, you gotta either a couple things are going to either happen. You're going to have to put some money under the mattress, or you're going to be finding some extra flow. So be very careful. It throws the word theft in here. So be very careful that some of the things are not as they seem. Some projects, some plans, some invitations to invest may not be true. So be very careful with that message. In your career, it says here, hidden potential and the unknown. So there's some other things that you can be involved in as well. So there you go with that one. Let's jump over real quick over to our Leo, our lions. And well, finally, the success that you've been looking for is about to show, and it's very imminent. And that is also being reflected in the family life and with family and friends. You're feeling very successful on all fields as far as your business and your family. Now here with the luck, why do we have the luck upside down? I don't know. Looks like even though there's a lot of things, you might have made some investments that did not yield the results that you wanted, but it's not going to affect everything in general. But be very cautious with these investments because some of them may not be something that you want to be chasing at this time. With the finances, it says here, again, risky business. So here we go. It was upside down. Be very careful with any games of luck, any business in the stocks, or any investments. Let's keep this lucky streak going as far as your other successes, okay? But be very cautious when it comes to anything that has to deal with contracts for this month. Okay, let's jump over to Virgo. Virgo, inner peace. So this month, as we're moving forward with this full moon, is asking you to connect with your inner peace. And with that, looks like you've been struggling with some issues, and that inner peace might be it could be a potential, but you need to first resolve this thing by collecting your strength and finding the courage to deal with some of the issues that have been presented to you. That's why you've got that full moon asking you to revisit the things that are no longer viable in your life. Again, now when it comes to your money and finance, you're rising above your money issues. So You know, you're finding the strength, and the situations that have, and I see that it's related to money. So the situations that have been in front of you are only there to help you rise above your money mindset, your money, the way that you deal with money. So that's why they're there. And you know, you're coming around to that. And as you begin to overcome those challenges, you will land into that inner peace, okay? Because you're going to be connecting with your life purpose. All of this is getting you towards that life purpose. Okay, so from there we jump over to our Libras. Libra, door to the infinite. Libra's always out there balancing one thing with the other. So this would not be an unusual thing to see you coming in it. Great things are coming for you. A lot of work, and you're seeing the results of this hard work is finally paying off, and it's lining up for you. And it's again confirmed here with the nugget. It says small increases, valuable. You've been honest. You've been working forward towards your thing. It says it's time for that fresh start. This full moon is inviting you to do all that. So that is wonderful for all my Libras. Let's jump into Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, why are we upside down here? You have been living in your head. You've been thinking about the future. You've been worrying about the past, but you have not been staying in the present where everything seems to be good. When you stay focused in the present, you could see that most of the things that's happening in your life, you are victorious. But when you worry about the future and you stay in the past, you forget to see how wonderful things are in the present. And because of that, remember that these cards were two upside down. These two, your career card is also. So what you're happening is you have the sense that things are not moving as they should. Because when the pendulum is in its best moment is when it's moving and it's flowing. So what's happening here, you need to stay focused. And it says here, you need to learn how to make those choices. You need to feel comfortable about making those choices. And it looks like you were looking for some job opportunities. They might be a little bit slow in the happening, but you need to come back to understand that if you focus on living in the here and now, all of these other issues will go to the side, and you will be in this state where you should be, feeling victorious, feeling comfortable, and feeling that you are supported by all those around you. Okay, let's jump over now to Sagittarius. Harmony. You are in harmony, and as you let go of all those things that no longer serve you, you come into harmony with yourself, you come into harmony with nature, you come into harmony with the universe, and things begin to flow. Thing is what you have to make sure that you don't come back to the things that have hurt you. And you're going to know, because you're going to feel that tickle in your heart. And when those things come, remember that you're making it up in your mind, okay? So why is this card upside down? What is it that we're seeing? Well, it says here that if you anchor into this, but it's in reverse, so all the money is being released. So if we read it this way, it looks like there's going to be some blocks, but because it's becoming upside down, those things, it's time to sail your ship, Sagittarius. It's time to move on. Those things that were your blocks are now being removed. Things that were stuck are flowing in your life, so you will have some financial stability, and you're going to have a lot of new things. There's going to be that there were some things that you were thinking about traveling. Those things might be delayed a little bit, but it's all good. Expect those things to come in with the new moon though. So your travel plans may be stuck right now, but guess what? They're going to move forward around the new moon season. Okay, let's take a look at our Capricorns, inner calling. So finally, Capricorn, you're going to get the sign. You're going to get the message. You're finally going to step into the things you love to do. And the only thing you need to make sure is that you're not looking back. You're not thinking about the people that hurt you in the past. You've got what you have, what you need now. You've won those battles. Don't look back. Keep going forward. And when it comes to your money, well, remember, you need to start taking action. One of the things that you haven't been doing, you haven't been lighting your light. But now that this inner calling is shining, you need to make sure that you follow through with your ambitions and your desires. They're put in your heart for a reason. You need to now, as you step into that, you will begin to manifest the flow of abundance, of money, of all these other things that you are looking forward to do. And with your career, as you activate the things that is in your heart to do, then you are going to go ahead and be able to step into, the visibility in your career. So some of the things that are holding you back, it's really you in your mind, and you need to get that blocked off. You need to ignite the light, because right now that light is upside down, so you need to ignite that light, okay? So use this full moon to start anew and light up your life again. Okay, Aquarius, Aquarius. Let go, totally let go, Aquarius. You need to just let go of everything that has been bothering you and just let it go. Blow it away with the full moon. And you've got a lot of good things. There's going to be someone showing up that's going to venture with you and bring and partner up with some really great ideas that are going to take off, and that's a good thing. But why do we have the moon upside down on this full moon day? Okay, so what is it telling you? Fleeting funds, unknown source, and being guided. So on the upside, it's talking about the fleeting funds. You've probably been spending a little bit much more than what you wanted to. You need to pull back and rein in those expenses and find out what sources are coming from, so that you can mediate for the future. Again, your career looks like you're going to be picking up some odd jobs here and there. The thing is that you have been made offers for different job opportunities, but you kind of feel that they're not what you should be doing. What this is saying, don't let them pass up. Those little small jobs could lead to something better, maybe position in management after you pass their probation phases. Okay, let's go into the next one. Here we go. Believe in your dreams. Well, it looks like you have been a little bit, what I would say, standoffish with your dreams. You've been thinking, well, what's the deal? What is going on here? And you have let go of that. So, it's time for you to activate yourself. It's time for you to believe in your dreams and step into that reality, that, you can make them happen. You can manifest them. Okay, so here we have another upside down card with the King of Cups. And here is representing that possibly you may have to deal with some situations from other people that are in a place of authority, and in a way that they're not going to be on the same page with you, and possibly in disagreement of some of the things that that's happening during the month. You know what, just be in guard of that. Be in guard of this person with this male energy, or it could be somebody in authority. And I'm also feeling some bad news, so I really don't want to go there with what I'm feeling, but it's pretty ominous. So be very careful. And then this comes up with the okay, so there it goes. They come together. So be careful, be aware that somebody close to you may fall ill, and like this card says, I'm just feeling this energy here. Anyway, move on to the money part. Rough patch. Borrowing money, low on cash. So be very careful as far as your expenses. Pay some attention how you're using the money. If you might have to, tap into some resources to get through the month, it's going to be tough for you. But again, this card fell, so I'm going back to my original. Somebody you love is going to fall ill. So, that's kind of where my original message was for my dear Pisces. But I know that, and it's all sad because it's all, but just, if you prepare for it, you kind of just know that, hey, this is just a phase. We're going to get through it. You're going to be there as that support person. And, probably saying, why does it have to be me? Well, because you're that strong. Okay. You happen to be that strong. Let's see if I can, get one more. And I'm going to close it up for all of us with the Ascended Masters, and see which Ascended Master is going to fall for us. What message will be revealed for the full zodiac. Okay, so we get a collective theme. Okay, so Ganesh says yes. Say yes to all of what is coming your way. The thing is we sometimes put ourselves in a loop, and we start just saying no, and we start saying not now, and we start saying what's the deal, The thing is, we need to start stepping up to saying more yes to the possibilities that good things are coming our way. Yes to success. Yes to life. Yes to all that is happening and that is being attracted to all of us. We need to open up to the yes, to the bounty of it in life, So just a little background about who Ganesh is. He is the Hindu elephant, and of course, as you can see, he's got an elephant on his head, and he is known as the overcomer of obstacles. the overcomer of obstacles. And he's the one that clears the path and removes blocks. So if you've got any blocks, this is Ganesh, this one of the ascended masters that have walked on here from the cultures around. And his thing was helping humans remove blocks. So if you've got anything that's happening, I think that this is exactly what we need. We need divine guidance. We need assistance, and declare that all the blocks are being removed with this full moon. And yes to abundance, yes to love, yes to health, yes to opportunities, yes to life. All right, my friends, enjoy this beautiful, beautiful moon. Be blessed.